Chapter 2. The laws that govern all things. From the very beginning, God established order, not only in the vast heavens, not only in the turning of the earth, but in the unseen patterns that govern human life. These laws are not confined to one religion, one nation, or one age. They are truly universal, operating silently and consistently whether or not we acknowledge them. They are written into ancient scripture, echoed by mystics, observed by scientists, and felt deep in the heart of every soul. To ignore them is to step blindly into chaos and ruin. To honor them is to align with the very fabric of truth itself. Here they stand. 1. Cause and effect. Every thought, word, and action sets something in motion. Nothing is without consequence. This is the fundamental law of the universe. Scripture calls it sowing and reaping. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Galatians 6:7. Karma, psychology, physics, each echoes the same reality. What you put into the world circles back to you, multiplied. Nations that sow hatred harvest war. Leaders that sow corruption reap collapse. Individuals that sow bitterness reap despair. 1. Impermanence. Everything ends. Bodies decay, empires crumble, even stars burn out. The psalmist cried, "As for man, his days are as grass, as a flower of the field, so he flourisheth. For the wind passeth over it, and it is gone." Psalm 103:15-16. Clinging to what is destined to fade breeds suffering. True wisdom lies not in possession, but in acceptance. Pharaohs built monuments to eternity, yet their bones turned to dust. Kings raised armies, yet their banners rot in museums. To deny impermanence is to live in illusion. To accept it is to live prepared. 1. Reflection. The world mirrors the inner state of humanity. Ancient mystics taught it. Modern neuroscience confirms it. You project your beliefs outward, creating your reality, and then live inside the world you yourself have shaped. If greed rules the heart, then injustice spreads in the streets. If fear rules the heart, then division multiplies in the nation. If love rules the heart, then peace has a chance to flourish. As Christ said, "The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light." Matthew 6:22-1. Entropy. What you neglect withers. Muscles weaken when unused. Relationships die when untended. And dreams rot when ignored. Constant energy must be invested to maintain order, or chaos reclaims what was given. This is the relentless march of decay. Jesus warned of the servant who buried his talent instead of using it. The gift wasted, the potential lost. Matthew 25:24-30. Likewise, when nations neglect justice, tyranny rises. When families neglect love, bitterness grows. When humanity neglects the earth itself, the soil turns barren, the seas choke with poison. 1. Awareness. Consciousness frames reality. Where your attention goes, life flows. Ignore this and your mind becomes a weapon aimed at yourself. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23:7. When attention clings to anger, the soul becomes consumed. When attention turns to God, even suffering becomes holy. Awareness is the master key. It is the difference between slavery and freedom, between blindness and true vision. These laws are not optional. They do not ask permission. They do not wait for you to be ready. They govern every breath, every heartbeat, every nation, every age, from the dawn of time until its final echo. To resist them is to break yourself against them. To honor them is to align with the very fabric of reality, with God's design for creation. And now, in this hour of history, these laws cry out louder than ever. For the world is trembling under the weight of broken cause and effect, under the denial of impermanence, under the blindness of reflection ignored. Entropy spreads like a shadow through our institutions, our families, and even our most sacred faith. Awareness has been buried beneath distraction and pride. Yet in free will, there remains a chance. Humanity can still choose, leaders can still turn, nations can still humble themselves, people can still awaken. The question is not whether these laws will rule us, they already do. The question is whether we will awaken in time to live by them.